Guess which top Philippine official can be forced to take a wellness leave by subordinates? Nope, it's not the Supreme Court Chief Justice. By the way, the music you're hearing is Jocelyn ng Baliwag from the time of the Philippine Revolution. It's a patriotic song disguised as a love song or kundiman. Now back to my question. According to our Constitution, the President is the only top Philippine official who can be forced by his own aides to go on a wellness leave. What about the Supreme Court Chief Justice? Not at all. The Chief Justice can only resign or be impeached. The Speaker of the House and the Senate President could also be forced to go on wellness leave, but only by their own peers. In the case of the Speaker, by his fellow congressmen. In the case of the Senate President, by his fellow senators. Or they can simply be ousted anytime. The 1987 Constitution is quite clear on this. It states that whenever a majority of all the members of the Cabinet transmit to the President of the Senate and to the Speaker of the House of Representatives the written declaration that the President is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office, the Vice President shall immediately assume the powers and duties of the office as acting President. The President can counter his Cabinet by telling Congress himself that he's well. The Constitution gives the following procedure. Thereafter, when the President transmits to the President of the Senate and to the Speaker of the House of Representatives his written declaration that no inability exists, he shall reassume the powers and duties of his office. In other words, he will tell them, hey, I'm well. But the matter does not end there. The President's Cabinet is given by the Constitution 5 days to contradict the President in writing and say he isn't well yet. And then it is left to Congress to decide the issue. According to Section 11 of Article 7 of the Constitution, meanwhile, should a majority of all the members of the Cabinet transmit within 5 days to the President of the Senate and to the Speaker of the House of Representatives the written declaration that the President is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office, the Congress shall decide the issue. Congress has 10 to 12 days to decide. If 2/3 of both houses vote separately that the President is not well enough to perform his duties, then the Constitution states that the Vice President shall act as President. End of the matter. Now, that section doesn't say the Vice President shall become the acting President. It simply says the VP will act as President. This succession clause to replace an ailing president is not present in the 1935 Constitution nor in its replacement, the 1973 Constitution, that was tailor-made for the dictator Ferdinand Marcos. I suspect this clause was inserted in our present Constitution because of what had happened during the Marcos dictatorship, when Marcos had a kidney transplant and his daughter Amy assured the media and the public he was only suffering from allergies. At that time, when Marcos was very sick, his wife Imelda, with the help of General Fabian Ver, was vying with Defense Minister Juan Ponce Enrile to succeed Marcos. Imelda Marcos was the second most powerful person in the land. I just realized the implications of this particular section in the Constitution when some justices tried to make Chief Justice Sereno take a wellness leave. The Constitution does not state that justices can force the Chief Justice to take such a leave, but the section on the presidency or executive branch is quite clear. The President's aides can force the President to take a wellness leave. This might be one reason why the Duterte administration would like to change the Constitution and abolish the Vice Presidency. By the way, Considering how Duterte keeps complaining about how old and tired he is, maybe his cabinet should listen to him and force him to take a well deserved wellness leave for his own good and that of the country. After all, it would be constitutional. What do you think?